Oh, I'm filming. Good morning. 6 a.m. I'm not usually a morning person. Usually I get up a little earlier for work around 7 or so. So I got up at around 5 a.m. today for the annual Lakeland Lake Morton Swan Roundup. Yes, this is a very unique event. I'll go into a little more detail about it soon. But I just wanted to give my intro right now while I am still awake, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, fueled up and caffeinated. Got a few folks here, not a lot, to witness this very unique city annual event. But without further ado, let's get a little background on it and see exactly what's going on and why these guys are wandering around out here in glowing vests, nets, and boats. So we are actually here for a landmark year. This is the 45th annual Swan Roundup at Lake Morton. So what this entails is, since 1980, Lakeland has rounded up their famous swan residents. Now I do have another video about the history of the Lakeland Swans and exactly how they came here. The quick and dirty of it is that the Queen of England donated a couple swans back in the 50s and the flock grew. And since the 80s, said growth in swan population has required the annual roundup of them from the lake to have a veterinary wellness check. Now, as you can see over here, we've got a boat positioned. A little further down there, we've got some workers. And right behind the white truck, you see that black kind of oblong shape? That's actually the swan cages. So in a little bit here, the boats are gonna embark on the lake and the city workers are gonna gather up the swans, which are gathered along the shores of the lake around here. I'm sure they can sense that something's going down today. And what they're gonna do is they're going to put the swans in the cages, and the swans will stay there for a day resting and recovering from this unfortunately, possibly a little more stressful experience for them. But then tomorrow, even though we won't be here to see the actual wellness check, unfortunately, because I'll have to be at work, they are going to bring out the vets to come and test the swans and make sure that they're safe and healthy, and then put them back into the lake. And here's some of the swan cages. You can see the sign right here is indicating about how it is, of course, very unlawful to harass the birds. And they'll be in these little pens right here. You can kind of see a bit. It's a little dark, of course, still. The sun's not up yet. You can see they have some grass and a little bit of water access and a feeder down there too. And here's the sign that says, "Do not feed the swans." So you can come and observe them once they are in their cages, but of course do not feed them because they are being held here for medical reasons. And I can understand, I'll try to get some footage of past events too. I can understand how some might consider it stressful for the birds, of course, to see strangers driving around in boats and catching them in nets and such, and I do get that, but it is also for their well-being because it's going to be very difficult to round up wild animals otherwise. And since they are cultivated and slightly domesticated and a part of this city's history and heritage, we want to make sure they're happy and healthy and able to continue to thrive here at Lake Morton. You can see the silhouette of some of the beautiful swans right there. Some more birds flying by. We got some ducks over here to the right. And Lake Morton is host to many different species of waterfowl and birds, not just the swans and the ducks, but also gallinus, aka moorhens, as well as herons and storks and even pelicans. Lots of beautiful creatures out here. I just heard a splash over here, so I'm wondering if they're going to start embarking on the boats to come round up the swans.
Looks like they got one swan right there.
Oh.
Yeah, so they got one.
I wonder if these two will be first on the capture list. Is that? Yeah, we're looking at this one over here. It looks like he's inside the cage already. So yeah, okay, so you're right. It looks like they did get one earlier.
Well, I heard someone say earlier, like they got their first one.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds like they got him without incident.
Yeah, so they're just kind of parsing it out a bit, yeah. Oh, here comes a gentleman in this red shirt here. He's inside the pen right now, so he's probably going to be over here tossing some food to it or making sure that it's comfortable.
Good.
Yeah, looks exactly what he's doing. He's got waders on and he's checking the bird feeder, so he's probably going to be filling the box right there, which parses out pellets of food on occasion. That way it's going to limit the human interaction for them while they're inside the cages. And then tomorrow they'll have their checkup, and then after that they'll be back on their way back into the lake. Don't get too close though. That's beautiful. And here's the boat that the city workers use. So they'll paddle out there, they motor their way out into the lake, and they do catch the swans, places in those small little cages, but then they bring those back and put them in the much larger enclosures and then they'll hang out there, decompress a bit, and then tomorrow they will have their checkup and go back out into this lovely, lovely lake. It's a cute little moment. You got one of the black swans coming to visit the swan that's currently in the cage. It's like, hey, what are you doing over there? And the white swan says, don't worry, pal, you're next. Very cute. Beautiful birds. Now we've got two black swans over here to pay a visit to their little buddy. I wonder what they're thinking. Here we go. Sun's starting to rise a little bit over beautiful Lake Morton. It's coming up 7:20, 7:25 or so, and I do have to be at work fairly soon, so we'll see how they time out their actual excursions to catching the swans. We will see if I actually get to catch any footage of them going for the swans specifically or not, or if I have to kind of pepper in some news footage perhaps of past events, but we will see how the timing works out. All right, the excursion has begun. I'm wondering if they're going to come here for these black swans right here. Oh, they know. They see them coming. Here we go. This little guy in the pen, he says, run, swim away. Remember though, it's all fair, they're good. Oh, there they are. I'm gonna follow along with them here a bit. Be interesting to see exactly how they manage to round them up, if they corner them in a specific area or how that works. But let's see how far I can follow the boats. Good morning to you lovely little invasive species, the Scobie ducks. Yeah, they are still beautiful though. Hi buddies. Look at that cream colored one, you're pretty. Very nice. Gorgeous. Boy, good morning. Now while your swan brethren get rounded up, we have a treat for you guys. We have some freshly chopped lettuce and celery. Oh, you got it, thank you. And lettuce and celery are very safe treats for ducks. Do not feed them bread or breadcrumbs. Feed them sliced up grapes, seeds, lettuce, and celery. They do love it. Here we go.
Would it be nice?
Let's see if they get on your hand. Careful. Oh, there you go. There we go. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. There you go. See, they love it.
One by hand? They're pretty gentle.
I'll let them go about their way.
Okay.
Look at that beautiful heron. Gorgeous. And past the heron, you can kind of see far off in the distance there. See that little orange blob kind of dead center of the viewpoint right there? That's where the boats are on the other side of the lake. So we also kind of see, if we pan over here, that all those white specks in the water, those are all the swans out there too. So it looks like the boats are making a roundabout way around the lake to kind of find the best way to kind of corral the swans and then start catching them. So again, I did mention we'll see if I can get a good vantage point of them actually going about rounding up the swans or not. If not, I'm pretty sure they'll have some footage of it that I can crib later and just slap on here as like a cutaway screen so you guys can see it actually in action. But it's still an interesting, very interesting experience. Good morning to you. You don't want to be on camera?
I don't want to be on camera right now.
Being camera shy, that's okay.
Oh.
Come some of the swans. How pretty they are. Just cruising along, doing their thing. There we go. We got people starting to head out now that the sun's up. We've got a larger crowd here, people with professional cameras going to capture these majestic birds on film. And the boats are starting to make their way back here. I think they were just doing kind of like a perimeter check just to kind of get a lay of the land. And we'll see if we get to see them gather any swans or not. More observers, human and avian, just chilling out here on the side of the lake to watch the festivities. Who's he calling to? Yeah, they got one. I didn't even see them catching in the boat, but here we go. I did not see it, but let's see how it goes. You're gonna be all right, buddy. You're okay. I know it's scary, but you'll be all right. Just like a child going to the doctor or the dentist. You know, they don't understand that it's for their own good. He's gonna go into the pen here and be with his buddy. All right, off Off we go. Something down. There we are. All better. There we go. Now there's 2 swans in that pen. Very nice. Oh, we're running one down. There we go.
So I saw like a badge.
Oh, we got one. Good job, guys. Go with the net. That is so interesting.
This one swan's like, oh no, I'm getting out of here.
All right, looks like they're gonna bring this one back in. Oh.
Oh, that is the big net that they have.
Run, buddy, run. Oh, he got away. Oh, there he is. And scooped up. You're gonna be all right, buddy. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. All right. Hi, beauties. Oh. There's our wonderful city workers there in the pens with them, keeping them calm while they watch their brethren being rounded up with a giant net. All right, you guys, be safe. There you go. They seem relaxed now. We did briefly speak to one of the city workers, and this is a good point. Here we go. Look at the sign right here. And they did say that, of course, they do have other workers stationed around the perimeter of the lake itself with nets as well. And the main reason for that is part of their job is to make sure that the swans, when they try to flee from the boats, that they don't fly out into the road and endanger themselves. And that's also why they have those signs up around with the speed limits around the lake perimeter, and also with the swan crossing signs, because we want to be very careful with our precious birds. Make sure that they are safe and secure in the lake itself and stay out of the roads. Good morning again from Lake Morton. Today is October 29th. We are back at it again. We weren't sure if we'd come here today on the second day of the Swan Roundup, but here we are. And here are our Peking duck friends coming to greet us. Hi guys, good morning. How you all doing? What'd you guys think of the Swan Roundup yesterday? My thoughts exactly. Here they are, all pinned up and waiting for their doctor's appointments. These are the ones that we saw them catching yesterday on the boats, but of course I had to go to work, so I had to cut that short. But we came back here the very next day to see them all in their pens. And the actual appointments, their actual checkups and exams will begin in a little bit, but I don't know if I'll have time to stay for those either, because, you know, again, work, and it is a weekday, so we'll see. Still cool to see them all rounded up. So again, remember, they just started with 2 swans coming from England, flown over here as a gift from the Queen of England back in the 1950s. The flock continued to breed and grow from there until it became a signature of Lakeland and beautiful Lake Morton. And ever since the 1980s, they have been rounded up and brought over here. This is the 45th year in a row that they've done this, to corral the swans, give them their medical examination, and later today they'll all be sent back out into the lake to continue their lovely little lives. You'll get a little bit closer through the edges of their gates here of the cage. Here we go. I like this. Yeah, the beautiful black swans. I don't want to maneuver the camera too much because, as you can see, I'll end up hitting the grates on the cage, but it's a good view of them. Aren't they gorgeous? You guys doing okay? We got that one little guy you knew, the little one running around in there. That's funny. Hey, behave. It's okay. Here's the tent set up by the Parks and Recreation Department. They'll be bringing in the veterinarian pretty soon. And then what they'll be doing is bringing the swans out little by little through here, taking them over to the table where they'll have their examination, make sure that they're all nice and healthy, and then released back out into the lake. Well, this is a shame right here, though. I don't think we'll have time for this, but I would have loved to have held a swan. Curse you, 9 to 5 American workforce. Okay, so we just signed a waiver with the Parks and Rec Department, and they said they're actually going to start pretty soon, so there's a good chance that we might have the time after all to actually hold one of the swans.
Get ready for a day at the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They gave us towels because they're, of course, fresh from the lake, so they're going to be a little wet.
That's okay.
Exactly.
And they said, oh, now you can't sue us if you get bit. And I'm like, hey, listen, if they took a chunk out of me, they just wanted it more. That's
Exactly.
fine.
A noble sacrifice. So I didn't want to film it in process since we were on camera, but we were just interviewed with Lakeland Now, the local news chapter. Very cool. We'll have to see if they put footage up on it later. It's these two ladies right here who interviewed us. Very nice. And we are here with some other folks waiting for the swans to come out for us to hold them. And then it is off to work after that, but we'll go into work with a good boost of momentum, right? I'll ask my coworkers, how many of you guys got to hold a beautiful swan today before you clocked in?
So maybe start by telling us your names.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Brad.
And how did you hear about the Swan Roundup this morning?
Well, when we were moving here, we were looking into some cultural events that were held by the city, some annual events. I believe you actually found out about the Swan Roundup because of the history of these birds in the city.
The power of social media. Yeah, we used to live closer near Clearwater, and we hear about the event and think, well, you know, it's a little early on a weekday. We're not going to be able to get out to Lakeland before work. And now that we live here and we're just a few miles down the road, we're like, yeah, we have time to check it out before we have to clock in.
Yeah. So you're both going to hold swans this morning.
Oh yeah, looking forward to that.
Why are you so excited about that?
I mean, just the lineage and the history of these birds is one thing, but they're just so gorgeous, and they're just such like a big part of this city, and us being newcomers, they've lived here longer than we have, so it's almost like spending time with your ancestors, or just visiting with your history up close. And they're just cool, especially it's spooky season, it's Halloween, you gotta see the goth swans, right?
So you're hoping to hold a black swan over?
I will take whoever wants to sit in my lap, and if they want to take a bite, they take a chunk, they just wanted it more, that's fine.
All right, well, thank you guys.
Oh, here we go.
Contestant number 1.
Oh, she got one. There he is.
Boy.
Here he comes. Oh, what a beauty.
Poking his head out like that.
Oh, look how pretty.
Yeah.
Hi, bud. Oh, what is this? There we go. Oh, there goes another one. Hi, good morning, buddy. How you doing? Ready?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Hi. How pretty. Oh, she gets the black one. Look at those beautiful feet, too.
We're going to create one like that. The biggest thing.
Oh, shoot.
I got you. I'm sure there'll be plenty of documentation. Let's put that right there.
Yeah, it goes all the way around his feet and feathers.
Yeah.
Shove your finger down in between.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful. All right, there we go. You're getting your checkup. You're doing a
There
good
we
job.
go. All right.
Ready? Okay, sweet.
We're lifting again?
Yep. Try to just
All
pull
right,
it
you
close
got
to your
him. Hold
body.
him tight.
That window.
All right, you got her, hon. You got her. Good job. Next station. Yay, from My Pets Veterinary Hospital. Thank you so much for taking good care of them. Because she's just checking them, making sure they look good.
Just at first, I'll have you also look at that little
Yeah,
scar
he's got a little
there.
scar on his eye. It looks like he had an ulcer that healed. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's healing up. Good boy.
Somebody scratched your eyeball. How'd that happen, huh?
Well, these folks have the next line of swans going to be ready for their appointment pretty soon.
On his ears. Yeah.
What's that is tiny.
Yeah, he has very small ear holes and they're kind of keratinized like this. Lake again soon. Okay. Yeah. No, my opinion is that they go pretty well.
She's closing her eyes.
Oh, other ones. So, and some of the ones I did early.
There's my swan right there. I think he's still a little grumpy. He thrashed around a little bit, so his feathers are a little mussed up. You'll be fine though, buddy. You'll be fine. It's difficult because Amanda had her swan in her hand, so I don't know how much footage that we actually got of me holding it, but he liked to tuck his head under my jacket just to kind of keep him a little more comforted. All right, buddy. Have a good rest of your day, okay? You had a good bill of health. Go enjoy the lake. All right. Just gonna deliver him back to the water. Oops. There we go. Off you go. Good job, hon.
There you go, nice and gentle.
Yeah, touchdown!
Success. All right, bye-bye. Enjoy. Off she goes.
Off he goes.
Was it a male? Okay, off he goes.
Bye, buddy. We trauma bonded.
Good job, bud. All right, thank you. My Pets Lakeland Veterinary Hospital. Bye from Lake Morton. I gotta get to work. Oh, we gotta grab one of the books though too, real quick. Hold on. All right, way back. A quick look through Morty's City Swan Guide. So that's Morty, the cute little swan. And here we go. Here's some of the story right there. That the swans are royalty. From the Queen choosing the perfect swans and being sent over to the city by way of the Pickard family, who originally wrote to her and asked her if she would donate a couple swans from her menagerie. Every October, the city of Lakeland catches the swans at the lake for a special event. The swans are placed in pens for a short time, and the vets can give them checkups and help keep the whole flock healthy. Here we go. During the Roundup, veterinarians give each swan a health checkup, kind of like your yearly visit to the doctor. They check the feathers, weigh them, and give them medicine if they need it. And then they send them back out into the lake. And here's some do's and don'ts for spotting the swans. So, of course, as it says, you can feed them, just don't feed them bread. Remember to feed them different types of fruits and veggies, and seeds are good too, but no like carbohydrate type stuff like breads or breadcrumbs or anything like that. Be quiet, voices, take pictures, not feathers, and remember, don't touch them unless you are fully instructed by a Parks and Rec and City employee, just like we did a moment ago. Beautiful swans, thank you so much. And now we come to a close with another lovely lake behind me. I don't know the name of this lake, but it's still beautiful. But we did enjoy our time at Lake Morton, and we do want to thank the City of Lakeland, the Parks and Recreation Department, and of course the veterinary team, and Lakeland Now for all of the footage, the interesting times that we had holding the swans and helping them be inspected, and of course for the interview from Lakeland Now as well. An amazing and interesting and fascinating time that we've never experienced before, and we were so glad to take part of it. The Swan Roundup occurs every October, so maybe we'll get to check out next year's, but for now, make sure to check out Lakeland Now for all of their coverage on local events and other stories for this lovely community. And yeah, if you're ever in Lakeland, make sure to check out Lake Morton and see all the beautiful swans and pay them a visit. All right, thank you for visiting us, of course, and spending some time with us again. And until next time, stay amazing and stay adventurous. We'll see you all soon. Bye.